Myanmar junta leader Min Aung Hlaing visits Russia, meets space and nuclear agencies heads. Myanmar's junta chief Min Aung Hlaing arrived in Moscow on Tuesday for what Russia's embassy in Myanmar called a private visit, only 2 days after U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken vowed to ramp up international pressure on the military regime. Min Aung Hlaing plans to take part in the opening of a Myanmar cultural center, the statement from Russia's embassy in Myanmar said. But Russian state media reported that he would meet with officials from Moscow's space and nuclear agencies. The visit was not heavily publicized by Myanmar's junta-controlled media. It is unclear if Min Aung Hlaing will meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin or any other high-ranking Russian officials while in Moscow. Myanmar now has two governments. In addition to junta, there is also a national unity government (NUG) formed by the opposition. Despite having ambitions for space and nuclear technology, Myanmar has a number of problems at home, including the Rohingyas who have taken part in Myanmar's struggle for independence since the British and Japanese eras. History of Muslim and Rohingya in Myanmar. The first Muslims landed in Myanmar, Burma's Ayeyarwady River Delta, Tananthari Coast and Rakhine as seamen in the 9th century, prior to the establishment of the First Myanmar Burmese Empire in 1055 AD by King Anaratta of Bagan, or Pagan. The dawn of the Muslim settlements and the propagation of Islam was widely documented by the Arab, Persian, European and Chinese travelers of 9th century. The current population of Myanmar Muslims are the descendants of Arabs, Persians, Turks, Moors, Indian Muslims, Pakistanis, Pathans, Bengalis, Chinese Muslims and Malays who settled and intermarried with local Burmese and many ethnic Myanmar groups such as the Rakhine, Shan, Karen, and Mon. The population of Muslims in Myanmar increased during the British rule of Burma because of new waves of Indian Muslim immigration. This sharply declined in the years following 1941 as a result of the Indo-Burman Immigration Agreement, and was officially stopped following Burma's Myanmar independence on 4 January 1948. Muslims arrived in Burma as travelers, adventurers, pioneers, sailors, traders, military personnel, voluntary and mercenary, and prisoners of war. Some were reported to have taken refuge from wars, monsoon storms, shipwreck, and other circumstances. Some were victims of slavery, but many early Muslims were professionals and skilled personnel such as royal advisors and administrators. Still others were port authorities, mayors, and traditional medicine men. Persian Muslims traveled overland in search of China and arrived in northern Burma at the Chinese border. Their colonies were recorded in the Chronicles of China in 860 AD. Myanmar Muslims were sometimes called Patha, a name widely believed to be derived from Persian. Bago, Pegu, Dala, Thanlayan, Sirium, Tananthai, Tenasaram, Matama, Martaban, Mayak, Mergi and Pathian Basain were full of Burmese Muslim settlers, and Muslims often outnumbered the local Burmese by large margins. In one record, Pathian was said to be populated with Pathis. In Khazar 583, 13th century, Basain or Pathian was known as Patha town under the three Indian Muslim kings. Arab merchants arrived Martaban, Marg. Arab settlement in the present makes Midwestern quarters. During the reign of Bagan king, Narathihapat, 1255-1286, in the First Sino-Burman War, Kublai Khan's Muslim Tatars attacked and occupied up to Na Song Chan. Mongols under Kublai Khan invaded the pagan kingdom. During this First Sino-Burman War in 1283, Colonel Nasruddin's Turks occupied up to Bama. Kongsan, Tarik. Turk were called Mongol, Manchuria, Mohammedan or Panthays.